The toddler and the Labrador had been in the same argument for 2 weeks. The toddler kept going to the left side of the yard. The Labrador kept bringing her back. On day 15, the father got a soil test kit. Rex was a 5-year-old chocolate Labrador. 2-year-old Mia had been his companion since she could walk, and they had a relationship of mutual affection and the specific negotiation of a toddler who does not always accept canine authority. The argument started in early June. Mia wanted to play in the left section of the backyard, near the old garden bed that had been used intermittently for years. Rex herded her back to the center of the yard. She went back to the left. He brought her back 3 to 4 rounds every outdoor session. Her father, Kofi, thought Rex was being controlling. He watched from the porch and thought, old habit from when they installed the new fence. The dog had been nervous about that area during construction. Day 7. Kofi noticed Rex wasn't just herding Mia from the left. He was specifically not going near the old garden bed himself. He herded to the left perimeter and stopped. He did not go into the garden bed area. Rex went everywhere else in the yard, not the old bed. Day 10. Kofi crouched at the garden bed and smelled the soil. He smelled nothing. Day 15. Kofi ordered a soil test kit. He tested the garden bed soil. Subscribe now before the next result, because what the soil test showed about the old garden bed and what the environmental toxicologist said when Kofi called with the results explained 2 weeks of a Labrador who would not let a toddler into that section of the yard. The soil test showed lead, 680 parts per million. The EPA action threshold for residential areas with children is 400 ppm. The old garden bed had been used for decades. The previous owners had likely used lead-based products, or the soil had absorbed contamination from exterior paint chips on the adjacent fence. The environmental toxicologist, Dr. Yemi Adeyemi, said, at 680 ppm, dermal exposure for a toddler playing in bare soil, digging, putting hands to mouth as toddlers do, represents a significant lead exposure risk. She said, dogs are sensitive to metallic compound volatilization. Lead in soil produces trace volatile compounds at concentrations detectable by a dog's olfactory system. A dog that has lived in this yard may have learned to avoid this area through prior exposure to the scent signature. She said, he knew not to go in that bed. He was keeping her from the same area. She said, 2 weeks of herding before soil test. Your dog was right. Has your dog consistently avoided or herded your child away from a specific outdoor area that turned out to have a contamination or safety issue? Tell us in the comments. Every guardian deserves to be recognized, even the ones who never ask for anything in return. If stories like this matter to you, subscribe so you never miss the next one. The garden bed was remediated. The soil was removed and replaced. Mia's blood lead level was tested. Within normal range, no exposure had occurred. Rex goes near the old bed now. The scent signature that kept him away is gone. Kofi thinks about day 10 when he crouched and smelled nothing. He thinks about what Rex was smelling that he couldn't. He thinks about 2 weeks of a Labrador, not going into a garden bed, while everyone around him thought he was being difficult. He was being precise. There is a difference. Next, the golden who kept pressing against the grandmother's left leg, and what the vascular specialist found in that leg at the follow-up appointment.